get out of their system.
Hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of BrightTakes. My name is Vince Tardy, and I am the creative director at Brightfind. So today I'd like to talk to you about 2016 design trends. Now with any trend, it's important that it's grounded in solid design principles. Used correctly, it can elevate the overall experience of your site and help you to stand out in an increasingly crowded field. So with that in mind, let's get started. So one of the first things is Google's material design, elevating flat design. So it's been around for a couple of years, but material design incorporates things such as depth and movement and context-aware interactions. So expect to see more of those sort of things. Now with that in mind, motion animation elements. That's something that you're going to be seeing more and more of. Motion's a very natural way to draw the eye. It's a great way to call attention to a call to action or a menu item or any other sort of element. So expect to see more of that. Next, context-aware interactions. Context-aware interactions, an example would be menus that appear whenever the user needs them. They help the user to take an action in line. Also, it allows the user to immediately see the results of an action. Next, responsive design. Responsive design is still going strong, and there are those who would say that if your site isn't responsive, it feels broken. So expect to see the trend of responsive design continuing well beyond 2016. Next are web designs that are taking cues from app design. So if you'll notice, if you've taken a look at a website on a mobile device, the way that it behaves and looks is starting to really blur the line with like native apps, particularly because of the incorporation of motion and because of the incorporation of depth and just the overall power of sites becoming more and more robust and more sophisticated. So expect to see more sites taking their cues from app design. And then finally, with the landscape starting to look fairly homogeneous because of everyone really being focused on these sort of best practices and because of responsive design and Bootstrap, solid design principles, in particular typography, as ways to establish really great visual hierarchy and as ways to really surface the personality of a site. You're going to start seeing more and more of that. In the hands of a skilled designer, typography can really make the difference between a pretty well-designed site and a site that's really engaging and very interesting. So that's what I see coming up for 2016. I would be really interested in hearing what you see coming on the design landscape for 2016. You can tweet us at Brightfind, and I really hope to hear from you soon. Thanks.